rare and mysterious catfish with new techniques, new failures, and new successes along the way. The question is, will I finally land this elusive fish, or will this mystery catfish remain, well, a mystery? I'm Dakin Morris, and for 27 years I've been investigating underwater mysteries, tracking down freshwater killers in some of the most remote places on Earth. But this is something very different. This is the MUTANT. Today I'm going to be going after a mysterious catfish. The name itself sounds kind of gross and terrifying, and so our goal is to find out how terrifying this creature really is. Legends speak of a beast lurking in these waters, a creature so elusive it's rarely seen, but when it is, no one forgets. The locals here call it a mudcat. Some say it's just a myth, others claim it can grow large enough to swallow a man whole. I've heard the stories, now I'm gonna find out the truth. But here's the thing, no one knows how big it really is. Until now. Let's begin.
Tonight is the night that we actually are going to also be catching a rare catfish in a very scary, mysterious pond. Rumor has it back in the 1800s, General Custer rode on horseback to this exact lake, and he said, there's a man-eating catfish in here the size of my gonad. I'm gonna be putting jugs in the water with chicken liver, and we're gonna see if we can catch us something scary, rare, and man-eating.
Somewhere in the lake I knew lied a legendary fish. So while Sheldon and I were slaying some bass, the jugs were out cruising along to see if we could get a glimpse into what lies beneath. And by the end of the night, it was time to check.
I think that our jugs actually do have something on here. At least one of them for sure. Looks like it's moving. What could be on the end of it? Not exactly sure. So we're gonna get over there. We're gonna pick them up one by one and see if by chance we caught the catfish that General Custer saw in 1872.
After the first check and the first bait, my curiosity started to grow. So let's check jug number 2.
Wow. Buen voyage. All right, now the third one. This is the one that I was hoping had something. Matter if it has a snake shell, I'm throwing it at you.
Huh?
If it has a snake on it?
You're fucking trip. No.
What am I tripping on?
The final check had my cheeks clenched with anticipation to hopefully catch a glimpse of our mystery cat.
I missed it.
Oh my god.
We caught
a catfish.
Oh, it's a baby catfish.
Sally Dawn! There's catfish in here, bro! We got a catfish! It's the world's smallest catfish!
We completed our goal of proving the existence of the old money cat. We caught just a little feller though, and we're looking for the big feller. So attempt 1 was just a warm-up. It's time to turn it up a notch.
I think that catch actually leaves more questions than answers. We'll be back, guys.
I thought I had it. Just a small taste of what's lurking beneath. But the real monster? It's still out there. Hidden in the depths. Waiting for the masturbator to drop the bait right in front of its mouth. It was time to up the stakes. To change the game. The next move? A method to increase our chances of catching our mystery catfish.
Skin a puss cat. This time tonight I have 6 jugs and a monster pole. The goal here is to catch a lot and then also to see which bait they're gonna like. I have hot dogs, I have chicken liver, and tonight we are gonna catch the biggest mudcat we possibly can.
First thing we have to do is force this boat out. It is by far the most energy draining thing I have ever done. This separates the men from the boys, and my cojones are always so worn out after this, but yeehaw. Let's anchor up and fish.
The lily pads are absolutely batshit crazy right now. Hopefully our jugs don't end up in the lily pads, because boy oh boy will that be a fucking adventure. I have 6 jugs. 3 are gonna have chicken liver, 3 are gonna have hot dogs. Yikes.
It took 5 minutes of the jugs being out before we had our first hit. The chase is officially on.
He's running. He's running from me. No, you dirty bitch. What do we... Okay, hold on a second, guys. There was something on there for sure, or I'm just getting duped. I'm gonna set up like over here, away from the jugs, monitor, and then put my fishing pole in to see if I can catch something just with rod and reel.
After our first little fluke, it was time to stop jerking the chicken and take it easy with the pole to see if we would have any luck.
Boosh.
The rod and reel was not doing the job, and the chicken liver was not bringing in our elusive creature like I had hoped. It was time to get back to checking the jugs.
I think now it's time to do the first bait check.
I set those jugs like I was preparing for the catch of a lifetime. Check after check, and what do I find? Nothing. Nada.
0 for 5, but we got sucked off.
But I didn't give up. I knew the old man eating muddy was somewhere. It was just a lot harder to find than I had thought.
Guys, we're definitely gonna have something on that one. I believe he got off. Masturbator my ass.
After that major wiener rush, the mojo was running low with each jug I checked.
Look how much I've improved my driving ability. Not my fishing ability though, am I right? Oh my gosh.
Fish after fish, slipping right through my fingers. It was clear, time to call it a night. 2 days down on this lake, and old Muddy's still undefeated. But there's one trick I haven't pulled yet. Let me introduce you to a little something I like to call large pole in the ground.
Today is the last final ditch effort to catch my mighty mudcat. I have 15-foot poles. I'm gonna stake in the ground, and then hopefully in little to no time, those things are gonna be bouncing like your mama's titties. I also have some jugs. I'm gonna be putting out as well, and then hopefully we can finally catch our mighty mudcat.
This was it. The final day. The grand finale. My poles were set, jugs in hand, and the mojo? Well, it was riding high. An early morning showdown with the muddy beast was about to begin, but something felt different. The lake had changed. The water had turned thick, suffocating under blankets of lily pads and algae, like it was hiding something bigger. Every inch of the lake felt more unforgiving, more wild. It was like the lake was waiting, knowing this was the last stand. The air was still, except for the quiet hum of the early morning and the scratching of lily pads on the boat. And with the boat finally in, it was time.
This is a moment of celebration. That took way longer than we needed. So that means we get to officially put up our first stake. I think we're in. Fuck, dude. Honestly, it bends a lot, and I'm not sure. Feels like it's in the water, but I thought it was gonna look a lot. So the premise was a lot different than what is actually happening, because now it appears that we are running over our stick. You hear that? That's our stick. You can stop recording now.
The poles weren't quite working the way I had imagined, but I had 4 key spots left to place them. With 2 jugs still to throw out, the final setup was coming together. Every piece had to be just right.
This spot looks a little more hopeful. Snack bait number 3.
And now, all that was left was to wait for the muddy monster to make its move.
Guys, holy... Do we have something is the question.
This mystery cat was playing the ultimate game of cat and mouse, snatching all my bait and leaving me with nothing to show for it. But I wasn't gonna give up, because even a blind squirrel like me eventually finds a nut.
Guys, we got a fish. Guys, we got a fish. Guys, we got a mudcat. Guys, we got a mudcat. We're on the board. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Look at him. It is not our, ancient one we're looking for, but it thus again proves that I'm on the right track.
I'd been struggling to keep these mudcats on the line, so I decided to run a little test. I dropped the camera underwater while I had this one hooked, curious to see how it behaved. Sure enough, it bit down, dove deep, and in one swift move, popped that hook right out of its mouth.
Fuck, you got off. I told you they're slick. All right, well guys, we got our first mud on the board.
With one fish down, I knew I was closing in on something bigger and badder. I kept checking the lines, hoping the monster muddy was waiting on the other side, but all I found were sucked off hooks. The mystery cat was winning this battle until, in the final stretch, Morris D's finally found his mojo.
Oh, we got a fish. Oh, we got one. We got one on our pole. Dude, they just dive so deep and they get caught in that that grass where you literally can't see the damn thing. Ah, he just bit me. Holy shit. Oh my God. They have a bite, dude. Check him out, dude. They bite so hard. It's just so fierce. Last pole of the day. Looky here, guys. We got another muddy. What a way to finish the day. Look at him. He's a full poopy. Here he goes again. I want to catch a giant. I'm gonna catch a giant. I got all kinds of new strategies I'm definitely gonna have to implement. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.